Hello, my name is Parley Holiday. I made this presentation for UVU Wasatch campus. You have to have a little patience with me. I've had a cold since Thanksgiving and I'm not feeling so good, but I'm excited to present to you and give you my ideas and show you what I think is going to work. A little bit about me. I'm a senior here at UVU. I've been going to school for a while and getting ready to be done. I'm also a husband and a dad, and I have a 2-year-old son. The only way I could get him to relax so I could do this presentation was put on Wreck-It Ralph the movie and give him a bottle, and we're gonna hope I can get through it before he gets bored. So with no other ado, we'll just get going. Um, so the Wasatch campus of UVU needs, and what could be a very strong mission and campaign for them to get enrollment. Essentially, that's what they need, and so they offer multiple programs, educational programs, all sorts of programs that could be very beneficial to the Wasatch campus area, to the Heber Valley area. So they need to really look for local students, and a lot of the students there are currently not degree seeking students, and they're just going to see going to do certain classes, learn certain things, but not seeking a degree. And so we want to try to attract degree seeking students. In 2003, they had a really strong enrollment, and since then it's just slowly gone down and down and down. And so we need to find ways to turn that around. And our main goal should be trying to find students who are seeking degrees. I put together a perfect target audience that we are looking for, and so kind of some attributes of that: their age. We should be looking for 20 to 30-year-olds in the Heber Valley area, where that's where Wasatch campus is, and so that's the area we want to look. We want to target students who have some college but haven't finished their degrees, as well as brand new students, but especially students who have gone through some schooling. There's a huge market for them, and a lot of students who just don't finish because of things that come up. Their income is probably going to be close to $30,000 a year, depending on what they're doing. A lot of them may be married and probably won't have kids, and so that's a good target audience that we should be looking for, because kids, believe me, make it difficult to go to school. And so I would probably go to school longer. I'm getting my bachelor's degree, but I'd probably go to school longer if I didn't have my son, because he's the most important. I want to spend my time with him, and so we need to try to get that audience before they have kids. We should look for people who are renting. I just bought a home as well, and so I also relate to this. It's definitely difficult to have the pressures of taking care of a home and the cost of a mortgage and all that, as well as going to school. Heber's a very close-knit community, and so we should appeal to that. There's a lot of people who know everybody. Everybody knows everybody. And so there's also Sundance down the road, down Provo Canyon. And so we should look, for people who like the outdoors, who like to ski, who enjoy that type of atmosphere. There's also a few farmers markets that go on during the year, and I think Steel Days is one of them. And so we could appeal to people who go to those, and that could be a doorway into reaching our audience. We want to find people with their goal to seek a degree, or to educate them and teach them why it's important to get a degree. We also want to look for people who want to stay at home, who want to stay in Heber. Find the students that are currently there, and that way they don't have to move in or come in. Also, people who want to live in Heber the rest of their life, and so we can appeal to that and grow with the families that are there and get any current students now as well as any children they may have in the future. Some of the challenges are the income's a little lower than the Salt Lake Valley and the Utah Valley. So it's also tough for students to pick a career and kind of get stuck into a certain career. And so the nice thing is that they don't have to go on a long drive to get to, if they live in Heber and they go to Wasatch campus, it's going to be a short drive compared to like driving all the way down through Provo Canyon, which I don't know if you've ever driven through that canyon, but it can be scary sometimes, especially when it's snowing. And so it's nice to avoid that and be able to get some education there. Kind of the key message that we want to give to this audience. I picked a young lady for this example, but I'll just read the quote I have. For a young woman with the dreams of doing something better with their life, our education resources can change her life for the better and still let her live in the mountains of Utah that she loves. Here's an example of a press release that we could release and to give to get the word out. So the heading I decided that sounds really good was UVU Wasatch launches a new enrollment campaign to help local learners finish their degree close to home. Utah Valley University Wasatch campus is proud to announce the launch of the new enrollment campaign designed to reconnect local adults with unfinished college experience and equip graduating high school seniors with a flexible, affordable path to higher education. The campaign highlights UVU Wasatch core strengths, flexible class formats, supportive faculty, strong community ties, and career-related programs, all set in the stunning mountains location that allows the students to stay close to home while moving confidently toward their graduation. By addressing long-standing awareness gaps and countering the participation that students must have, the region for opportunity and campaign aims to increase consultations, boost enrollment by 15%, and position UVU Wasatch as the most accessible, realistic, and empowering choice for Wasatch learners seeking to finish their degree on their terms. We believe that the Wasatch campus is a perfect place for students to restart, refocus, and finally finish what they started. And you said UVU leadership. This campaign reflects our unwavering commitment to helping every learner succeed, no matter their background, schedule, and past educational journey. I think this would be a great press release that we could release to get people excited about this. All right, so kind of the why behind this campaign. The biggest thing is there's very low awareness of the Wasatch campus. Like I said, me personally, I wasn't very aware of it until now, and I've been going to UVU a long time. And so we want to make it well known statewide, and especially in the Heber area and the Wasatch area. We want our growth to go up instead of down, and so our goal is 15%, and so that's where we want to get, and we want to get admission up 15%. There's a huge group of people that have some college but have never finished their degrees, and we need to appeal to those people and give them a avenue to finish their degree without leaving home, especially in that area. And so there's a lot of competition. Different schools in Utah, there's the Orem campus, there UVU Orem campus, BYU, there's Utah State, there's tons of schools out there. And so we need to become special and offer something that these schools can't. So we need to make sure that we are presenting all the awesome things that the Wasatch campus has. And so all the programs, the educational, the behavioral science, the business management, the university studies, which I actually am a university studies degree, and it's helped me to get my degree. And so that's a big one that helps even those who haven't picked a specific career or a specific education, that they can tailor their education to the career they want. We need to present kind of the amenities like the gym, the library, the student center, the tutoring, all those things that help students to become successful. All of this is extremely important. The bottom line is we want to present what UVU's offer, the Wasatch campus offers, and make it known to the market in that area. And we want to close any gaps that and drive, increase awareness and drive the enrollment. So key takeaway, UVU Wasatch campus helps students finish their degree close to home with flexible options, affordable tuition, and a supportive environment. I mean, that says it all. For me, if I'm reading this and seeing that, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something flexible. I'm looking for something affordable, and I want to be supported, and I want an environment that is supportive. Here's my mood board. I wanted to kind of show one of the buildings at the Wasatch campus. I wanted to show the mountains in that area. And then I liked this picture with all the different people there. They're standing out there in a field, and they're arm in arm together. And I want to present this to our audience so that they know that they're coming to a campus to not only learn and gain an education, but to become closer with the people around them and to make lasting connections and relationships with fellow students, with teachers, with neighbors, people in their area. This is a close-knit society, and this picture shows that, and we want to keep that. I put UVU's colors down here at the bottom, and the different green shades as well as the white, and I put Wasatch campus in very big letters so that people know this is the Wasatch campus. All right, so here's a couple of some examples that we could run to advertise to our audience. So I like this, it's not too late to graduate. And so I put that in both of these. And I wanted one that we could have UVU and show their campus. And then I like to start now, finish strong. And so it's taken me a long time to get through school. And so I've paid for it out of my own pocket. And it's been very expensive. I did not want to go into debt. And so that saying really hit strong to me and I think a lot of the students here in the Wasatch campus have maybe done some school, and so they just need something to help them start again and to finish. And so I liked putting the logo at the bottom in white and showing the Wasatch campus. And so on this other one, I wanted to show the field that there's a lot of fields up in here, and so I liked the field, and I liked having the green uniform or the green graduation attire that you get when you graduate, and I like how we see him from the back, and we're seeing that he's looking forward and preparing for the future. And so I wanted, because he's in green, and we've got kind of the green bushes and our tree line there, I wanted to put the logo green here, but still needed to have the Wasatch campus in big letters so that if somebody sees this, they know that's the Wasatch campus and not it's not mistaken for one of the other campuses. All right, so our budget. Our budget's about $500,000, and so this is a broad overview of how I think the budget should go, and then in the following slides I'll show a little more specifics. So the paid media, we should do half our budget towards. That's social media, that's billboards on the highway. You got to drive through Provo Canyon a lot. There's a lot of billboards to get up there, and so a lot of space for billboards. And then the farmers market sponsorships would be great. Steel Days being one of them. I went this year. It was huge, and there was tons of sponsors up there, and there's a huge opportunity to get UVU's Wasatch campus's name out there. And when I was up there this year, I don't think I saw them up there, and they should be up there. The owned media is the next one, and we should do $175,000. That is getting the website refreshed and making it look better, easier to use. Excuse me. And then the targeting the emails of old students, current students, students in the area, getting the teachers on board, getting them to influence, especially using any influence they have to bring students in and keep them educated. Then the last we need to focus on is the earned media. $75,000 should go towards that. That's any Google reviews or any referral programs that we should get going and presented. All right, so social media. The biggest one is focusing on Meta and all the ones that are in tune with that, Facebook, Instagram. It's a huge platform and billions of users, and so we need to take advantage of that. We need to look to target young adults in that age group, 20 to 30 years old. So I broke it down a little bit smaller here. This is a paid media, I said earlier, but broke it down a little smaller. We should put $90,000 towards the Meta stuff, $30,000 towards any short form videos like Instagram, TikTok, and then $30,000 should go towards any retargeting ads. Social media is huge and very important, and we need to use that. Next is the billboard. It's also a paid media. I drive every single day, and I look at billboards every single day, and they're very important. And so we could look at doing just a standard billboard, like the picture I have here. This example shows just a standard billboard with the picture of the campus on it. Or we could do a digital board and do it for a longer period of time. And so the best time would be right before registration or right during registration, and or open enrollment, so that we can get students on board and get them ready. Down below I put a little cost if we wanted to do any extensions on the billboards, how much that would cost. That would be outside of budget, and so but it is an option. All right, so next is farmers markets, like Steel Days. This is also a paid media. We could do like a booth. We could do handouts, just print ad handouts. We could have an outreach program of team members, employees, teachers, students that go to these different farmers markets. We could also give away different merchandise like UVU bags and water bottles, different items like that. My son wants to say hi. Say hi. Hi. All right, go to mom. Go get mom. The next is the website. So here's a picture of the website. It's very plain Jane, in my opinion. We want to make that a lot better looking, and so we need to go in there and make this website. I would recommend doing it a little differently than the Orem campus. Do you mind taking him?
Let's go.
Because when I get on here, I see this website. It looks just like the Orem campus layout, and so it's not. They need to be different and differentiate. Also, it'd be helpful to have the ability to reach your advisors on there and schedule appointments. And also, we want to make the website mobile friendly. For most people use their phones now, and that's how they get on the website. And so we want it to be mobile friendly. Next thing is mass emails and what students use to look and their the format and the website that they get on and to see their account and their different things. So there's a huge database of students that UVU has that have gone to school and left or are currently in school or like I said, I had no idea Wasatch campus existed. A mass email to educate and bring awareness would be huge, and so could be a great way to reach a ton of people without a huge expense. Next is the teachers. So the biggest thing is getting the local teachers at UVU's Wasatch campus on board, and so give them a certain amount of money that they can use to spend on their own time, on their own social media, influencing their students or their neighbors or just everybody around them. And so we could get a film crew out there to interview each teacher, and we could get some video testimonials that we could put on the website, that we could film on campus and just bring awareness to the Wasatch campus. Next is the Google reviews. Google reviews are huge. People don't realize how much we rely on them. The hardest part is getting reviews. Everybody wants to leave a bad review, so getting a good review is sometimes a little more work, but if we have a staff that is in charge of managing the reviews and if there is an issue, getting on top of it, resolving it, these are huge. Everybody uses Google reviews to decide what they're going to do. Next is word of mouth. This is kind of a lost art, but in a close-knit community, it's huge. And so we definitely want to use this to our advantage, and we want our teachers to reach out to their neighbors, and those neighbors to reach out to their neighbors, and just keep the wave going and get the word out that Wasatch campus is here, that they can help, and anybody who wants to get their education and start back with their education, they're there to help. All right, so kind of the timeline for the people we're looking at. We've got, high school graduates. They're usually 12 to 6 months. They're living at home after they graduate high school, and so we have that amount of time to kind of get to them and reach them, and so we can set up some campaigns and some advertisements right after high school ends to reach these students, or right before high school ends. The adults who have some college or who are trying to decide if they're returning, they decide a little quicker because they're busy. They've got kids, they got houses, they got stuff going on. And so it's important to reach out to them and get the word out to them quickly and not waste their time. And so we want them to get the message and know what to do. So ways that we can make sure everything's working and is first is we want our enrollment to go up. If the enrollment goes up, we know that this campaign, these advertisements are working. Any consultations with advisors or anybody, teachers, anything like that, we monitor those, and if those goes up, that's also a huge thing. On the website, we can monitor any action on there, any clicks, any shares, any comments. If those go up, that's an indicator. If the website performs, if there's more people on there, that's an indicator. The billboards are a little harder to monitor, but we can see how that goes. And maybe you put a message on the billboard that says if you mention the billboard or something like that. So the biggest thing is also looking to the community of the Wasatch area, of Heber area, and talking and to those around that area and see what they think about the school and get their opinions and see if this campaign has reached them. Even if it's somebody who isn't looking to go to school, if it's reaching them, that it is reaching the people who are. Overall, I'm excited, and I think that this can work and this can help Wasatch to get the word out of who they are. And so thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks for your patience. I'm a little sick, and I hope that this is helpful and that we can get going and that we can get the green light and get the word out and get people excited about Wasatch campus. Thank you.